Good afternoon, students. So yesterday we have seen the concept of force, exploring forces, and a force can change the state of motion. State of motions, we have understood that if a object is in a steady position, if you apply a force on that, it will come in the motion. Or you can just speed up the motion of that particular object if you apply the force on the same direction of motion. Or you can just stop the object, or you can just change the direction of object. So this is all about the state of motion, and for that you have to apply the force. So if you see the activity, you can just stop the motion, whatever object is in motion, you can stop that object, you can just give the motion of that particular object, or you can change the direction of an object with the help of scale. So let us consider some more examples. In a game of volleyball, players often push the moving ball to their teammates to make a winning move. Sometimes the ball is returned to the other side of the court by pushing or something. In cricket, a batsman plays his or her shot by applying a force on the ball with the bat. Is there any change in the direction of motion of the ball in this case? Is obviously. Okay, if bowler do the bowling and batsman hits the ball, means the direction of the ball is changed. Okay, that you have already observed in the cricket match. So a change in either the speed of an object or its direction of motion, or both is decreased as a change in the state of motion. So thus a force may bring a change in the state of motion of an object. So this we have already discussed in the previous session with the help of some examples. Now, does it mean that the application of a force would always result in a change in the state of motion? What it means? We can apply force to just change the direction of particular object, to give the motion of a particular object, or to stop the motion of particular object. We are using force only for this purpose? No, there are various kind of purpose also behind the application of force. That is, force can change the shape of an object. Force can change the shape of an object. You have given some examples. In a kitchen, if your mother is applying pressure it down with your hand, a lump of dough on a plate. Okay, if you want to make a chapati, you have to do the preparation for that. You have to make atta for that, and for that your mother is applying force to do that particular thing. Not only that, if you want to just make chapati, that time also you have to apply a force to make it in a round shape. Next, if you have a bicycle, in that bicycle particularly whatever seat is there, it has a spring at the bottom side. So whenever you sit on that particular seat, that spring will change its shape. It will be contract. Okay, next, if you have a rubber band, you can change the shape of that rubber band by applying a force. Suppose I have a chalk, I can break it. To change its shape, I cannot change the shape, but I can change at least the size of this particular chalk by breaking it into two parts. So to break it, I have to apply force on this particular object. Same way, if I want to fold this textbook, I have to apply force so that I can change its shape. Okay, so force is not only to change the state of motion, force can also apply to change the shape and size of particular object. Okay, you apply force. You have given one more example. If you have a scale and both the end will be at a particular stand, and in middle if you are keeping some objects, so the shape of the scale will change. Not only that, if I show you This is your rubber band. You can just change the shape by stretching it. Okay. So I have to apply force to do this thing. Okay. If you want to cut a piece of paper, suppose this is my piece of paper and I want to cut with the scissor, I have to apply force on the scissor. Okay. So these are some examples. You can just change the size of this paper. You can make a small pieces of this paper with the help of scissor. But for that also you have to apply force on the scissor to cut this paper. Okay. Nice thing. Suppose you have a scale. You can bend this scale, but for that purpose you have to apply force like this. If I apply force on both the ends, what happen? It will bend. So what I can say, if I want to change the shape of this particular scale, I have to apply force at the end. So it will bend. So for this purpose also I have to apply force to change the shape and size of particular object. So force only not that to change the state of motion, it is also can change the shape and size of a particular object. We will see some examples related to this. So now what do you conclude from the observations, whatever activities we did? What you can conclude? What happens when you apply a force on an inflated balloon by pressing? What happens? It will burst because you are applying a force on that particular balloon. What happens to the shape of a ball of dough when it is rolled to make a chapati? You have to apply a force to make a chapati, then only it will be bigger one, otherwise it will remain as it is. What happens when you place a rubber ball placed on a table? It will change its shape. Okay. So force on an object may change its shape. So what we understood from this? Having performed all the above activities, you would have realized that a force may make an object move from rest, may change the speed of an object if it is moving, may change the direction of an object, may bring about a change in the shape of an object, and may cause some or all of these effects. So to do such kind of activities we need to apply a force on that particular object. So this is all about your concept of force. Now we will see what do you mean by a contact force in the next video.